Hello, gamer family. It is I, Alex, and I'm back recording more Fire Emblem Engage for the first time in 2 weeks. Next video we'll talk about Tears of the Kingdom, but this video I actually already know what I want to talk about. It's going to be a combination of talking about Fire Emblem Fates and building up a previous conversations.
No, it's not. And yet, the similarities.
What's the matter, Corrin?
This place looks very much like where my fate branched. I had 3 options that day. My decision meant abandoning 2 of my possible
Only
fates.
2 options now, only because of the eShop closure.
World, there are 2 opposing kingdoms, Hoshido and Nor. I was born in Hoshido, but spent my childhood in Nor.
Having ties on both sides of a conflict. That would be a hard way to live your life.
Indeed. This is where Hoshido and Nor faced off, and I had to choose which country to back. I had family and friends in Hoshido and in Nor. I didn't want to abandon any of them. But as hard as it was, I had to make a decision. Hoshido or Nor? Maybe neither, and I would fight alone. There was no obvious answer.
I don't know how I'd make such a big choice. It's possible a significant one still awaits me at some point on our journey.
You've already decided to face the Fell Dragon and save the world. I'd call that a big choice. Now let's see if your choice was a worthy one. Face me in combat. The results will inform my next choice. Surely our bonds will grow stronger.
I understand. The paths we've each chosen. I'm excited to find out what lies beyond the point where our fates meet.
So I have not played Fire Emblem at all, in 2 weeks now. Anyways, how many units are allowed? Oh god, only 8. I think my best units I may actually skip out on just because they have more levels. I definitely want y'alls because they're not as good. This will be an interesting squad. Hashtag intentionally making the game harder on myself. Yeah, I actually have a lot to talk about in regards to Fire Emblem Fates, just because, you know, the good old Engage versus 3 houses. Actually, there is a little bit of time to get back to this game. Why don't you have a emblem? Oh, you had Corrin on you. See, Yanako's running the glare, so I didn't even know she was selected. Let's take Anna just in case I, have issues. Because she's, God. See, even on maddening, I thought this map was really easy. I don't know, I don't remember why, but I actually kind of struggled with it on my first playthrough. But on maddening, I had no issues. We'll do Chapter 19 next video. Chapter 19's an interesting one. I like it. It's interesting.
Are you ready? Then let's begin.
Corrin can alter the terrain. I can't get caught unaware by her changes.
Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, I'm setting things up as I want the next Fire Emblem series to be an Alex and Co series. Just for something different, you know? So that means I need to, start recording it way in advance. Just because you never know when people are and aren't going to be available.
I'm your knight to command.
Anyways, Fire Emblem Fates. I'm gonna first talk about Corrin. Corrin, I think, is a leader where she's not inherently a bad character. What makes Corrin bad and bad to some people is less to me the character itself and more the situations that the character is used. least that's what my feeling on the matter. Corrin is a naive protagonist, and there's nothing inherently wrong with naive protagonists. I think Alir is one of the best parts of Engage's story. I like Alir a lot. At least on the first playthrough. Subsequent playthroughs, Alir's naivety to me isn't bad on a first playthrough, but does weaken second playthroughs. It's just like, well, okay, move on now, blah, blah, blah. I don't think Corrin is, like, atrocious or anything. I don't think Corrin's, like, the bane of existence. I think Corrin's whole situation is extremely interesting, and I like how they let Corrin be a flawed protagonist with being too trusting. But the problem is, Corrin's flaws only really bite them in the back one time in Revelation with Anthony, and that's it. Which is my issue with that part of Corrin's character. That the flaws don't really matter in the end. Because if you're gonna have flaws in a character, make them freaking matter, please. Which, for the most part, Corrin's don't. Which leaves Corrin feeling more boring than someone like Sigurd, whose problems persist him his entire story, and his flaws of not knowing when to mind his own business and being too quick to jump the gun in military combat is what eventually leads to his ending. Like, his flaws are an integral part of FE4's story. And I love Seleth. But Seleth's flaws really aren't hammered in enough as well, which is one of the things that makes Gen 2 so much weaker. Seleth's fears aren't really used to better the story. They're used in a couple of secret events that are absolutely incredible and some of my favorite moments in the entire in video games, but that's about it for the most part, which is a shame, and I really hope in an FE4 remake they rectify that, because I feel like there's so much potential there. See, Fates is one of the games I actually want a Fates remake. Outside of Tellius, outside of Yggdrasil, I actually think Fates is probably the game I want remade the most. And that's because I feel like Fates has the most potential, especially story-wise, because I would want them to do a story renovation. I'd want them to go as crazy with the story as they went with Shadows of Valentia when it comes to changing and adding story details. As Fates, it's just as an idea, has so much potential, and it's also paired with really good gameplay, which makes the weaker elements even, like, worse. Because it just could be so much more. And, see, I don't play Fates a lot. I think it has amazing gameplay, but I don't play it a ton. And the reason for that is, if I'm going to actually pull out my 3DS, it's going to be just so I have something to do with my hands, and it's easier, I find it more enjoyable just to, like, put on a TV show than just, like, screw around in Awakening. Even if I think Awakening has worse gameplay, it's a very, it's as sandboxy as Fire Emblem gets, which means if I just want to sit down and relax, just like, it's one of those games like FE4, because I do that with FE4 too, where I just want to relax, I could just put on the game and not have to think a ton, because FE4 is extremely easy. I'd say the same thing about Path of Radiance, but again, emulation makes that hard, because my PC, and plus it's just a slow game in general, which in general just makes that whole thing so much harder. It's also worth knowing that, while I do think Fates is objectively a better game gameplay-wise than Awakening, the changes that were made to Awakening's gameplay form, again, I just don't find them as fun in Fates. Stuff like Pair Up, which it's broken in Awakening, I don't find it as fun to use in Fates. I don't like the children mechanic, story-wise or gameplay-wise, either in Fates, which is another thing that hampers me replaying it. Sorry, I'm just focusing on here. Which hampers on me replaying it, unfortunately. As much as I want to say, like, it's amazing. Like, the map design for the most part is really good, although I will always complain about Conquest late game. This final third of Conquest, I personally feel is some of the worst map design in the franchise. I absolutely despise it, which is a shame because the early parts of Conquest are quite literally some of the greatest map design in the franchise. I think Conquest is an extremely mixed bag on map design quality, where you have some absolute chads of map design. And then you have Ninja Hell. Or Ryoma waiting 25 turns. Like, I have those issues. And eventually, I will play Fates on this channel. I don't know which route. I'm probably going to do, if I do it, first of all, I want to do it with Josh. Because Josh loves Fates soundtrack, but knows, like, nothing about Fates. I don't know what route I'd choose. I don't know. I own all of them. And another thing with me playing Fates is, now that I have a hacked 3DS, I'm not going to be... If I open up my 3DS to play Fire Emblem, I'm not going to be playing Awakening. I'm not going to be playing Shadows of Onesia. I'm not going to be playing Fates. I'm going to be playing Binding Blade. Which is my favorite of the GBA games. I'm going to be playing Binding Blade. Especially once it comes to Switch Online, because, like, I don't need English to play Binding Blade. I love Binding Blade. I'll play it on Switch Online, even if I have to play it in Japanese. I'll play it. Because I love Binding Blade.
I sense a draconic power underground. Is it a dragon vein? I'll use that to my advantage. Don't worry, though. I'm sure you'll be able to handle it.
In terms of, like, music use in this Paralogue, though, I like it. Like, I'm not picky. I don't... The Fate soundtrack's fantastic. It's not my favorite, though. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything about it, because I don't. It's a good soundtrack, though. I don't like, that song, Lost in Thoughts All Alone, very much. But it's such a minor part of this map soundtrack that's like, you know what?
Hardly a scratch.
Fine by me, I don't care. You know, and that's fine. Now, back to, like, the gosh darn Engage versus Three Houses. This is something that's pointed out from time to time. It's worth knowing, Shadows of Valentia was produced by Intelligent Systems B Team, and Three Houses by Koei Tecmo. If you look at the main Fire Emblem team's developments, they went from Awakening, Fates to Engage. And when you look at it that way, Engage's shortcomings and strengths make a whole lot more sense. Because clearly, that team, their strength isn't stories, it's gameplay. Even then, Awakening is very mixed on both departments. It has some great gameplay and it has some great story, but it also has awful gameplay, awful story, depending on where you look. Oh my god, we're only at 13 minutes. Sorry, I'm just looking at the clock. This video is short. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Because we're going to be done this parallel by 20 minutes. Because I'm probably going to kill Corrin next turn.
Understood.
It makes sense. This is truly built. Now, again, I'm a gameplay over story guy. Easily. But that doesn't mean that I'm actively rooting for these games to have bad stories. I think people that ignore this game just because of a lackluster story are really missing out, and I just don't understand them. Like, if you want a good story, you can just watch a good movie or a good TV show. As different mediums have different qualities. Like, if I'm watching a book, if I'm watching a movie, well, of course I care a lot about story, but, like, if the movie's just, like, two people, it's just, like, it could be the most amazing story, but if it doesn't, if it's tell, don't show, then what's the point of it being a movie and not a book? Because books are very inherently a text-based medium. It's hard to show. You can give mental images, but that's the extent of what you could do with text. is you can force people to imagine things themselves, but it's ultimately a text-driven story. It doesn't have to be dialogue-driven, but it's text-driven. Books are text. There's nothing wrong with that. It's that medium. If I'm watching a film, though, I want to take use of the visual aspect of the medium. I want it to be visual. I want it to show me things that I can't get out of a book. I want to see stunning images.
I'll help.
And shows are a long-form, TV shows are just a long-form version of a movie, essentially. Tell longer stories that can't be done in one movie. Or if you don't want to do multiple movies, tell it in a TV show instead. That is what TV and movies are. Inherently a very visual medium. What makes video games so unique is it is a medium that the audience controls. Like, if I want a good story, I'll put on a movie. If I want good gameplay, I can't put on a movie. It has to be a game. That's my whole thing. Now, obviously, if a movie is all substance, okay, I might not enjoy it as much. And definitely same with video games. Like, I don't want the worst story in the world, but a mediocre story with fantastic gameplay every once in a while isn't bad. Now, if the next Fire Emblem game also has fantastic gameplay, but a lackluster story, I mean, I'll enjoy the gameplay. But it still will stink that it doesn't have the best story. Like, story is still important, but gameplay is still number one for me. That's my issues with Three Houses. Like, its story is so much better than this. So much better than this. But its gameplay is not very good in comparison. So it's just one of those tricky little things of balancing it. And I think FE4 does a perfect job balancing it. I love its story and its gameplay, which is great. Which is why it's my favorite Fire Emblem game. But like Breath of the Wild is a good example. Like, that game doesn't have much of a story, but it's my favorite game of all time. Because its gameplay is incredible. I don't play it for story. I play for gameplay. That's what the whole thing with games. The good stories are very, very nice.
I'm glad this battle is won.
But just like movie, I'd rather a decent story with amazing visuals than a great story with that's boring to look at. If it's boring to look at, it's not going to hold your attention. But again, it's just a balancing act. That is hard. Okay, let's do this.
Let us proceed.
This is easy. This is easy. This is gamer easy. Trust me, this is easy. Corrin is dead.
I remember how I felt when I stood on the field that day.
This is where your destiny branched, isn't it? I think I can understand what you went through.
Do not swing timidly without resolve. You must genuinely try to kill me.
As you say, Corrin, I've chosen my path, and I'll travel as far as it takes me.
Mine!
Oh, come on.
This ends now.
No more! This is not good!
I'm not
I don't know what that
alone
miss
anymore.
was. Cool. See, I told you this would be easy.
No more! This is not good! Thank you!
Oh, I meant to move her up. Who do I want to get to kill? Who needs a level? I'll give it to Marin. Marin needs it. I'm just trying to decide what we're doing after this. Because this video's really early. But I don't know, like, if I'll have time to, like... But if I, like, do a story chapter, it can be so long. And then, but I'm also, like, thinking, like, of the thumbnail, you know, of this video. I'm thinking of the thumbnail. In which case, like, if I do Erica's Paralogue,
I'm here.
I'd have to be trying to get 3 characters on there because I want Ephraim on that thumbnail. But Leif's Paralogue is so far in the future as well, and it's just like, I don't know what to do. Okay, let's do this! You know what, screw it, we'll do Leif's Paralogue, I guess. No supports or anything. I'll just do a quick little pause-a-runo off camera. We'll do the well really quickly, and that's it. I might as well have you dance. For the experience.
Is that a rare critter?
Yeah, Leif's Paralogue won't be too terrible. It's just baiting and waiting.
My path is clear.
That's all it is. Nice. Easy.
I expected no less from you. You gave my blade Yato quite a workout.
What a beautiful sword.
It's a divine blade, forged to bring peace to the world. When I first saw Yato, it flew from its hiding place into my hands. It chose me. It was the same day my mother died protecting me.
You lost your mother, too?
It would have been easy to lose myself in that pain. I couldn't have recovered alone. Luckily, I had friends who stood by me and helped me find my way home. And, like my friends, Yato was by my side at every step on my journey.
I understand your feelings quite well.
In the coming days, you'll make choices that might cause you no end of suffering. But no matter what pain you're feeling, I'm with you. And I'll help you find your way home again.
I will remember, even in the darkest moment, that I am not alone.
Then you'll be just fine.
Thank you, Corrin, for joining me on this path I have chosen.
Okay, future Alex, have fun with the thumbnail of trying to get Leif and Corrin in the same thumbnail. Especially because their portraits are actually on the bigger side. Especially Corrin because of her long hair. Let me quickly take a look at them. Because those are the only portraits I actually have installed already. Yeah, so in case you were wondering, YouTube, I have said it before, but I make my own thumbnails entirely. I'm pretty proud of most of them. Occasionally I have like a weak one, you know? That's just how it goes, though.
Incredible.
Cool. We'll quickly do the well. I'll do all the support grinding things off the camera. I'll cut them. But yeah, that's another Paralogue Dunno. Actually, we'll do the well as the last thing before we resume to do Leif. Yeah. I believe it was either 4 or 5 stars last time. I don't remember. Anyways, we'll be back, YouTube. Okay, 24. Okay, we're back. Oh, hell yeah! Expert book. Any silver stuff I'm not using? Probably axe. No. I thought I had more silver stuff that I wasn't using. Is there maybe like 2 silver bows? Oh, shoot. No, I don't have any more silver stuff. Oh, food. Oh, dagger. 2 daggers. Okay, I knew I had 2 of something. I was positive I had 2 of something silver. Anyways, I looked. Yeah, they're both bigger. They're both bigger portraits. So this will be interesting. But you know, it's okay. This will probably be a 50-hour video. This parallel will definitely take longer, especially since I'm technically below level. Like, I'm going all the way down here. Oh, it's only 1 level lower. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm not doing story just because I worry it takes too long, and I'm not doing Erica's because she's already got 2 characters on a thumbnail. He's Ephraim's gonna be in it, even though he doesn't, like, appear in it at all, but he's still part of the emblem, and, you know, all that stuff.
Something about this place is really off.
It appears to be the River Thracia. Quite similar, at least.
Is this someplace
Oh
in
fudge!
your
I didn't talk
world?
about the map
In
last
looks,
time.
it is quite close enough to a stretch of ground where I once stood. The River Thracia was a beautiful, broad river. And it was the site of much bloodshed.
I can't imagine someplace as serene as this turning into a battlefield.
This is where I faced the genius tactician Sias. Some thought him a hero.
What about Reinhardt?
A powerful man said to be the Crusader Thrud reborn, was there as well. It was a difficult battle. Many were the moments when I thought defeat was at hand.
So why does this place look like that?
Reinhardt, thank you.
I do not know for certain. I sense a mighty force emanating from here. This must be the trial appointed to you.
Trial?
I want you to fight me here. If you overcome that trial, our bond will grow stronger. That bond will bring with it power we cannot do without if we are to survive the battles ahead.
Winning a battle against you is my trial? Understood.
Good. Victory is your only way forward.
Okay, I was just trying to see like a new way of doing thumbnail images by just using the camera to take a picture. I don't know if I'm going to use it for this series though, so I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Thumbnail image! That's like an old one. Who cares? So, Chapter 6 of Fates. I think it was a perfect match choice for a Fates Paralogue, since it's where all the Fates branch, which means you're not picking one route over the other. Anyways... I'd rather have you. I'd rather have you. Now, if you're a really epic gamer with Micaiah, if you have a bunch of flying units, you can just warp skip and kill this, end this map in one turn, just like you could in Thracia. Anyways, chapter 22 of Thracia. This is probably the most infamous chapter in Thracia, because you have 3 bosses, a bunch of leadership stars, meaning everyone's gonna have 100% accuracy.
I will stand my ground. No running, no hiding. Now, come at me.
After enough turns, Sias automatically leaves. Meaning the enemy loses like 10 leadership stars or something absurd. Unfortunately, there's a berserk stave up here, so what I like doing is like warping Asbel over, kill that guy, then rescue him over here. And then using silence on Reinhardt. What this means is no more status staves, you have less authority stars, and if you really wanted, instead of doing anything with Reinhardt, you could just warp Leif in there. Anyways, this map has Ballista. And just like in Thracia, they have 100% accuracy and deal a crap ton of damage, which means I'm gonna do what I do in Thracia. Bait them out. Because typically in Thracia, you can just use its support system and have Asvel do it with Graph Caliber equipped, because Graph Caliber is the spell that gives him the most avoid. And then putting him next to Leif will also increase his avoid a lot. So he'll only get hit around
Awaiting orders.
70% of the time, I want to say, instead of 100% of the time.
Go ahead.
Which means you may not have to always heal him.
Any customers?
Maybe even less.
Shall we dance?
But that's definitely the tactic that I use in Thracia.
Here goes.
It's right before you get said too, so it's
Sounds
right when
perfect.
Asvel's usefulness is starting to wear off, because he's starting to not be as like much of a truck anymore. His enemies are getting stronger, not by a lot. And he's probably at this point level 20 promote, which means he can't get any stronger. So, like, this is right before he starts getting said too, so it's right when his usefulness is starting to end. Unfortunately. Because there is a time when that happens. See, like, that's 14 damage. See, this tactic does even work in Manny, but these ballistas don't deal as much damage in this difficulty. So all of those enemies, like, they're running. You don't need to worry about them too much. But they really only do 14 damage, though. Anyways, you can probably actually get all the way over there. Yeah. Let's kill you so that you can't hop on a ballista. Oh my god, you have a brave bow. Get a crit, please. Yeah! Oh. That wasn't a critical. Let's put on your attack range now so I know where I can and can't run flyers. Because I want them to mop up some of these guys. Because I like the stuff they have. I don't even remember what they have on them. I think stat boosters. Which, speaking of which, I eventually do need to use. Probably, maybe next Paralogue. Oh, are they just tonics? Ooh, a silence. Speed wing. Oh, this map also has a lot of reinforcements that I'm just gonna just grind out on the bridge. Once you engage Leif, he'll take away the bridge. It's different than actual FE5 where just when you just moving units over far enough makes it go away. This is easier than Thrasia's version of this map, by the way. It would be very hard for it not to be easier. Just saying. It is easier. Oh. Yeah, okay. Brave Bow's scary. That's all I need to say. Anyways, this map of Thracia, I've kind of talked about like how you play it, but like as an actual map, is it good or what? It certainly exists.
Whatever you require.
To put it lightly. It's one of the most Fire Emblem maps that ever Fire Emblemed. I enjoy it, but it is still a wild map. It's Fire Emblem's wild. Oh, he can still get on that ballista carrier. Let's actually take away that guy's. Are you speed wingies? Yeah, I don't think I need it. Oh goodness. I actually need her to get hit. She doesn't have high enough critical. I do like this map, but like, it's definitely one of those maps that just takes a toll on you in the game, where it's just like, and like, you gotta take a break after playing it, because like, again, it's certainly a map. And that's just because of ballistas and leadership stars. Like Kaga was, I want to know what he was on when he designed this map, because I want some. Because he had to have been on some hardcore drugs when he was designing this map. Oh god, he can die. First of all, that. Second of all, that. Third of all, do I have a restore stave? Can I have a restore stave? You know what? Screw it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'll just...
A good one.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't. Let's kill him.
I'm sorry.
I'm just looking at the time. I knew that this would be a little bit of a longer video. Oh my gosh. I know what to do. Are you an to ballista? Assign decoy. Because that means the ballista should hit Panette instead of Chloe. Should. It don't work if the ballista actually can kill Chloe. It worked. Oh man, that was brilliant. I am the world's smartest. I can't even finish that
I'm
sentence
still quite
without
capable.
laughing. I'm the world's smartest. Oh, that's right. Ballista also only have 3 uses in this game, as opposed to the 10 in Thracia. Thracia's a delightful game. It is not a joke. I actually do love Thracia. Although, it's not serious either. Thracia is delightful, air quotes all across it. I love the game. It has some of the best gameplay in the franchise, and I do not doubt for a second that with modern quality control type stuff, that many people would fall in love with its world. It has a reputation to be the hardest Fire Emblem game, but the thing is, it's really only hard blind. If you know what you're doing, the game actually, if you've played it before and you know what you're doing, it's actually a really easy game because the enemies are really weak. And you're really strong thanks to low bases offered enemies, as well as the low stat caps that enemies almost are never going to have anyways. Like, all across the board, it actually is a pretty easy game if you're not playing it blind. Its difficulty and its reputation comes from people playing it blind, of which, yeah, okay, it's hard blind, because it throws a lot at you. Now, I'm going to be vague when talking about this, because first of all, I plan on doing it on my channel, eventually.
I got my share.
And 2, if there's an FE4 remake, I imagine an FE5 remake would not be very far behind. To me, it doesn't make sense to remake one, but to leave the other to the chopping board. It just doesn't make sense to me. So, again, if they remake one, I see them doing both. Because that's the only way to do it properly, is to remake both, personally. Leif is a character. I love Leif. That being said, I don't like how pretty much his gameplay mechanics are taken more from FE4 than they are from Thracia. But if you just wanted to take more mechanics from FE4, Selith is literally right there. Selith is literally right there, and you could have just done Selith if you just wanted more FE4 mechanics. With like the weapon switching and all that. Just do flippin' Selith at that point. Because it sounds more like you want FE4 representation than FE5 representation. Oh god, I really forgot to talk about things. Corrin as an emblem I think is great with like stuff like pair up and being able to take away avoids. Her whole thing of debuffing people and manipulating the terrain is directly what Fates would want. Anyways, I don't like how Leif plays in this game. And, well, I say, like, if you want just FE4 mechanics, you should have just picked Self. I am super glad Self didn't get Leif set, because I would have been pissed if my favorite Fire Emblem character got trash. I'd rather my favorite Fire Emblem character not being engaged than be bad, like Leif is. And the music, originally I didn't like this remix. I still stand by my original opinion, that I think the original version of this track is better, but this is a very fun remake. It's still really good. It's a good rearrange. I just don't like the opening.
Come again.
And it doesn't feel as urgent, but still very, very, very well. Oh gosh. Done. Oh, okay. That's good. First good thing. Let's get a second good thing. That's not a good thing. The good thing is I was only 18 damage. But bad thing, axe. But also lower hit. Oh. I swear. Okay.
Ow.
Oh, seriously? Will this kill more with Dark Inferno? Yeah. I want her to get stuff with Dark Inferno. Because Dark Inferno epic. Let's get the ballista. Noted. Okay. If you haven't noticed, what I'm going to be doing is using Inaka to
Dream well.
use fog. These enemies have low enough hits. That's more so about actually getting people over there to occupy the fog.
My apologies.
I don't know about this. I'm not in love with this strategy. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Leif isn't gonna be hard to fight, so yeah. I'm wiping out all these guys now. Oh my, wait, which one though? Oh, really? More than Mulligear?
A good win.
Okay, cool. What I'm setting up is what we in the business call epic. The biggest worry, without a doubt, is the ballista. I absolutely cannot leave Chloe in the ballista. And see, like, I've beaten this map on Maddening. Hoarding engages till the end on Maddening, which means I don't need the engages. Because I have a bad tendency to hoard engages. Like, why? Why? Just do this, bro. This is more fun. It's more fun to use engages. It's more fun to actually use the tools that the game gives.
I'm pretty tough, you know.
It's like, look at this epic game. This is
Glad
fun.
that's over with.
Let's make sure all the archers are dead for sure. Let's get you dead for sure.
That was eye-opening.
I'm still worried a little bit about Anna's HP, so I kind of want to block her off with other people. I know what. Do that. And then, the great thing is I can kill both of these with her.
Now
Which also
you know
still
your
leaves
limits.
a contract. I don't know what I'd be able to use it on. I won't. So I won't worry about it this time. Can you kill? If you can kill, that'd be great. You know, yes, you can. Which is I can kill another one with Chloe.
The winds are victorious.
See, this is fun. This is fun, epic gamer. Fun, epic gamer. And you know, you can't kill right now. Oh, seriously? Okay, you still have one. Which means it's atrocity time. Kill that guy.
Now you know your limits.
Whoop. Then Cantor out of Ballista. And that just leaves 2 calves. Obviously, something will get Ballista. Probably one of the doubles. Beautiful. Oh, not as beautiful. Okay. I was gonna say not as beautiful. I'm just gonna completely ignore Ballista down in the south. I want to move north. I want to keep moving. This is not maddening. Let's just make sure you're healed enough. She has flyers, so I can just put her over the river. Ah, okay. What hits you there? Cool. And that should survive you from both of them. Survive. That should help survive for both.
I'm getting hungry.
I'll
Of
just have
course.
Panette. And then Panette can just Ike to survive the Ballista.
Crudely done.
Easy, guaranteed. Ballista will probably do like 5 damage to her. And then I'll also camp her there. I'll let her take the reinforcements. Again, she can definitely do it. And that lets me know where I can and can't move people. Let's engage Leif very soon. Leif himself's pretty easy to take out just because he's not that hard to deal with. One Ballista use ain't gonna kill either of those people. Especially once I instruct and increase their stats. Let's get you up more north. We will do the bond conversations. We won't do supports, but we will do bond conversations. Just because they're actually important to do. Oh, jeez Louise. That was engaged.
Retribution is due.
A bit rough here.
Holy baloney. Okay, where's Cedal? Swap. You have swap. Are you level 5 armor? No, you don't. No, you've cleared away. What do you have? Do I have any way to move her? No! Don't. Shoot. This has gotten interesting real fast. Real interesting real fast. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
With elegance.
Your orders, please.
Can I just like... Oh, that's all you have. Oh, I can't engage you. That's why.
Still in it.
Okay. So. Okay. Cool. 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 Okay, at least one of them's out. I think both of them are. Cool. I love how they're doing no damage to her. 2 damage, oh my goodness. Oh! Oh yeah, do it. How much damage is that shooting do? Holy. Okay. A lot. They're both out. Which is where the fun begins. Because they're all magic. Which means they can't really do a lot of damage to her. But she can still massacre them. There we go.
Now, destroy the bridge!
Just like the original game.
Whatever you require.
They probably do like no damage there. This will definitely be a little interesting to see how it goes. But am I at all actually worried about how it's gonna go? Yeah, actually, yeah, I am. But it's gonna go good. It's gonna work. My plan's gonna work. It's gonna work. My plan's gonna work. It's gonna be brilliant. It's gonna work. Brilliantly. Okay. There's that sucker. That's where the suckers are. First things first. Whatever will hurt Leif the most, it'll be that.
Here I come!
That kills a bunch of the mages and gets me to Leif. Cool. Almost 1 health bar down. Now, unfortunately, I can't give everyone that I want to have a second health bar. I mean, another engage. Damn it, he has advantage. Forgot about that. You're using the light brand now, so you won't be able to hurt her. Yep. Knew it.
Glad that's
Then
over
this
with.
is when I can use contract to get her to attack again, kill him again. She will easily do a second health bar because even though he is doing magic damage, he won't have high resistance most likely. I'd be very shocked if he had any noteworthy resistance. Gosh dang it. Where's Cedar? Essentially I could just dance or chain this into working. I could dance or chain it until... Where's contract? Why won't contract work? You're engaged. You are engaged. What? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? What? Okay. Sure, whatever, I hope. Doesn't matter.
Alright.
Okay. Let's remove an enemy. So I can get more people
I'm sorry.
over there. Yes. You know, I don't know. Fudge.
Just a scratch.
Why? I'm sorry, why didn't contract work? I'm sorry, why didn't it work? Because she got danced. That's why it didn't work. Because she got danced. That's why it didn't work. Well, now I know. Cool. I might get that from there. Whoop. Got that one dead.
I'd rather be friends.
But I know exactly what I'm doing now that I have that figured out. Now you'll be able to contract. Yep. That was entirely it. That is crazy. Annoying. Okay. I don't really have anyone else that can fit over there. So I'll just do this. Do that. Cool. All of them can move again. Seedle's the important one to be able to move again. probably won't be able to do. Yeah, it's nothing crazy, but it is still damage. So I'll still do it. Cool. Yeah, decent amount of damage there.
Glad we met.
So he would not be able to take out a whole health bar himself. Whoop. And... if this isn't enough to kill, that's why I have a Lear over here. It is not enough to kill. Let's do that one. Because it has a chance of
I have been
critical.
waiting. Are you prepared?
Of course, Leif. I will face you anywhere, at any time.
Then let us begin. A fair battle between equals.
Sweet epic gamer moment.
I won't falter!
Oh shoot, he's actually getting crit.
I lose.
Okay. Not on me, I suppose.
You have become stronger since we first met, my friend.
I feel like I've still got a long way to go. I appreciate your guidance.
Guidance. An interesting word choice. I believe I understand now why the trial was located here.
Oh? Why?
I was a young prince, inexperienced in leading an army. My errors were many. Some fatal. On the day of this battle, I was told something I've kept in my thoughts ever since. Once blood is spilled, it cannot return to its source. Make that sacrifice worth something. Life is a series of choices. There is no way for one to know if their past choices were correct or a mistake. All we can do is make the future into something good and righteous. We must strive for that. Such is the responsibility of a guide. And it is what I learned in the place so like this one.
Thank you, Leif, for sharing your story with me. I feel like I understand more than before. I will work to build a good future. And you'll be beside me until the end of this war?
Here, on the shores of this beautiful river, I swear my service to you.
Woo! It took a little longer than I'd hoped. By a little longer, I mean longer than I'd hoped. We're going to quickly hop on to the whale and bond conversations. We gotta do bond conversations just because they're actually important. Just because we want Emblem bond to go up. Yeah, I was not expecting to do that chapter this early in the series. And as I was just looking ahead, it's just like, oh my goodness, if I keep doing multiple chapters and videos, like, oh no. Oh no. Things went bad. If I keep like doing multiple chapters and videos, this series may actually dip below
Utterly astounding.
50 episodes, which will be weird. Although most likely the final chapter will be 2 parts, which I haven't accounted for yet. So. And that's just crazy. Although, as you saw a couple of weeks ago, you had stuff like Mario Party that took up an Engage upload, and I didn't do a Sunday upload. And yeah, Sunday uploads are done, no matter what. I experimented with different things with the series. Sunday uploads, no, not doing them anymore. That's because now that the DLC is actually all out and already recorded and uploaded, I don't mind the series taking a little while because there's only going to be one more Fire Emblem series I record in 2023. And since I want to do it with friends, I need all the time I can get to actually record it. So, because you never know when people just are going to have stuff come up and they can't record it. So yeah. I don't mind doing... There's going to be more stuff. Like, obviously, if you check my channel, like, I have a new series. I didn't really call it a series, and I'm not going to in subsequent videos. But I got technically a series called Alex Studio Summer of Fun, and those are going to be uploaded on Saturdays. So, oh, that sucked. That was absolutely bad. That was atrocious. Sure. I don't need it no more. I don't need you. Just trying to get up to 3 stars. There we go. Give me something silver, please. Thank you. Anyways, let's do this. Just bond conversations, not supports. There's only 3 of them. Let's go.
The stars this day bring luck for learning. Could you teach me the fortune-telling of your world?
Well, I know of flower fortune-telling and a compatibility test a strange old man offered.
Hey! We never did that in the series. I wasn't expecting that to be referenced. Oh my goodness. That was awesome. Oh, I think Anna's gonna be A. Huh?
Did you know that the sweetest thing in this world is a honey-coated candy from Somme?
Interesting. I'm afraid I can't eat it with you, but I'd love to see what it looks like.
And let's do it. One last one. Oh, no, it's only B.
You use an axe, don't you, Anna? I do
No.
too. What a great match we
She
are.
doesn't.
Axes are great weapons, but you can also use them to split firewood. They're so economical.
She doesn't use axes, Camilla. You're just wrong. Well, anyways, YouTube, that'll be it for this video. A little bit longer, but we got 2 maps done, so it was worth it. See you next time.